वेलकम बैक व्यूअर्स, आप देख रहे हैं गुड मॉर्निंग इकरा। उसमें हूँ मैं आपके साथ, मुझे कहते हैं बुशरा नाज, और इसके अलावा हमारे साथ बहुत अच्छे से दो गेस्ट हैं, डॉक्टर शगुफ्ता और फारूक। तो हम जनाब उनसे बातचीत कर रहे हैं ब्लॉग्स पर। ब्लॉगिंग और ब्लॉग्स बनाना जो है आजकल एक ट्रेंड में है, क्योंकि सोशल मीडिया का दौर है, नए नए तरीके आ चुके हैं, नई नई टेक्नोलॉजीज़ हैं, लोग उनको यूटिलाइज़ कर रहे हैं और अपनी ज़िंदगी आसान बना रहे हैं। तो इतना मुश्किल नहीं है अपने बिज़नेस को, अपनी थॉट्स को, अपनी आइडियाज़ को जो है एडवर्टाइज़ करना। तो उसके लिए इन लोगों ने भी एक प्लेटफॉर्म शुरू किया, हम उस पर इनसे बात करें। इसके अलावा हम आपको आज का सवाल बता चुके हैं, हम आपसे हमारे वेदर के ब्लेसिंग्स ऑफ अल्लाह के सेगमेंट शेयर कर चुके हैं, रेसिपी एंड पे शेयर करेंगे। लेकिन जब तक आप हमारा शो देखते रहिए और हम हमारे सवाल जवाब का सिलसिला कंटिन्यू करते हैं हमारे मेहमानों के साथ। So before going to break, actually we had the best conversation during the break, but it was really fun. But I would want to continue on the question I asked you before going to break. So how did you advertise your business that you are here for these services, and how did people started approaching you, and what is the number of your clients at the moment?
So the platform was set up 6 years ago, and for the first 3 years it was non-commercial. It was more just a primary hobby. But as people started recognizing myself, and then eventually later Shagufta, and then they started looking at the type of content that we created, they realized that this isn't just casual photography, because our platform is visual, so it's video and photographs, but they're very high quality for both predominantly. So they started recognizing this as something which could add value to whatever their profession is, whatever their business is, and so they started approaching us shortly over the years. And so right now what we do is we do have a website, but the primary Implausible blog website we're using to test different software, which we'll eventually launch in a year or two's time. For the time being, people, when they want to approach us, they go onto our Facebook page, which is just facebook.com/implausible blog, and then they've got the contact details over there, and it's just a standard email address, which is askus@implausibleblog.com.
Okay.
And so we get a lot of our requests and leads through that, but a lot of the content that we get is repeat business, so to speak. So for example, yesterday morning we were with the UK Pastry Championship team, and so there's this big pastry event that takes place in France every year called Coupe du Monde, and you have the world's best patisseries and patissiers coming to France in Lyon, and they showcase the most amazing cakes and pastries, etc.
Really?
So the platform, and we now specifically, are very good friends with the entire UK pastry team and their entire support network. So we're at the celebration, the post Coupe du Monde party that was held at the Langham Hotel yesterday morning. And aside from being distracted by all the cakes that were available for us to taste while we were there, the sponsors for that organization, plus additional chefs, they came up to us and they said, "Oh, by the way, you're the guys who are promoting the event for the UK pastry team. How can we work with you? What can we do for you?" And so from that event itself, we have 4 or 5 different leads that we will follow up. And so with those guys specifically, it will be centered primarily around restaurateurs who've got Michelin star restaurants, or even just casual dining places. You know, people who've got nice desserts, or just good wholesome, like, you know, lamb chops that you get from particular places in London, which are just divine. And so they see what we have and they like our distribution model, the way we take content out. Because you have, obviously, with the blogger sphere, you have a lot of people who turn up, they'll take a picture on their camera phone, they'll put it online, and they'll say, "That's our coverage." And you get a lot of people, particularly the restaurants and the hotels and the tourism boards, and they say, "Well, you know what, we're not really that happy with that, because it's just a boring photograph."
I know.
Whereas what we have and what we deliver is much richer. And you, for example, if you go to our Facebook page right now, it's a photograph of a praline tea cake, which was taken yesterday morning at the breakfast event.
Really?
And when you see that, your mouth starts salivating, and you think to yourself, "Dear Lord, oh Allah, how do I make this?" You know, it's like, or where can I buy it? And unfortunately,
it's really tempting for people who are actually diet conscious and may end up having it at the end of the day.
The thing is, so basically, I'm working with Implausible blog, but my passion is actually food. So I started my own blog as well, called Pesto Champion. And yes, that is not for anybody who's on a diet. Because it's, it's purely visual, it's photographs and videos of one food after the other, after the other.
I can definitely imagine after just seeing those little short clips. And actually, my question is developing in my mind with what you have just said, that people do believe in the high quality of the pictures and the videos.
Exactly.
So for every business, there is investment required. So what you just have mentioned tells me that investment is must for this business as well.
Yes.
So what are the equipments you need to invest to become a successful blogger?
Right, so it depends on the style of blogging that you want to do. So for a lot of people, they will write articles or summaries of what they're doing. For us, as mentioned, we are primarily visual, so it's very high quality photos and images. Thankfully for us, one of our main partners is actually Olympus, the camera manufacturers. So they'll provide us either with free gear or massively discounted gear, which we can utilize. So this is our preferred choice of gear, but of course you can use Canon or Nikon or any of the other brands that exist out there. So first you've got to invest in the right tech. Second, once you have the best gear, you need to know how to use it. So I give that, this is a very key point here, because you know I'll go to a wedding and people will ask me, hey Farrukh, can you take some pictures? And I said, yes, I can take photographs for you, and so can Shagufta, but because they know the standard of the quality that we have. But what we end up going up against, particularly on the commercial projects, are every Tom, Dick and Harry who happen to have bought a DSLR. And it's like the Uncle G who says, yeah, I can do your photographs for you. And so, and I'm sure that all due respect to the Uncle G who's a lovely man, or the Auntie G who's a lovely woman, and they do take pictures, but it's not at the right standard. So with all these people offering themselves up with these services, you effectively get what you pay for. And in our capacity, we've been invited actually to in the wedding space. I mean, it's not something we do officially on a major scale, because lifestyle is more our genre and our direction. But we've been commissioned to photograph a number of weddings, and they've flown us abroad to different countries to actually create the wedding experience for them over there, because they know they're going to get something which will be truly memorable.
I know, and nowadays trends are changed. The weddings and the decors are not as it used to be in the past, and people do want it to, even though in real it looks really amazing the way decoration has been done, but in pictures they want it to look double.
Exactly.
So it has to be the young mind with a young thought and the idea, so they can portray it in the best way, more than the expectation of the client.
Exactly. You have to have the eye for it. You have to have the experience for it. You have to have experience, and also you have to have the equipment. And it can cost, it depends on the quality of blogger you're looking for or photographer you're looking for, but you can spend up to tens of thousands of pounds on your equipment. And on the other spectrum, there's people who just take pictures with their camera phone, and they're also bloggers. So it depends what you're looking for. But yes, we are sort of, our contact details are easy to find. You go onto our...
And that's what makes you perhaps unique from others, and that's why it expands the business, because it speaks itself.
Exactly. So I mean, while we are actively always looking for opportunities, most of the work that we get tends to come to us, and almost always it's by a recommendation from somebody somewhere else, or somebody has seen some of this content online and they say, actually, do you know what? We want something that good looking for our brand image. And I guess this is it's a big concern, particularly for brands. And they say, you know, we want to engage with the bloggers, but we don't necessarily want a partial experience or a negative experience. I mean, we were doing one review somewhere, and I remember the manager for that particular restaurant, he turned around and he said to us, oh, one of the reasons why we like working with you is because A, you guys are nice people, which always helps.
He's trying to praise himself.
No, I'm referring actually primarily to Shagufta more than me. I'm just like the casual guy.
I'm just kidding.
But I mean, generally like easy to get along with, friendly people. But also the quality of the work that you do is good. And he was saying that I had this journalist who came in from a national publication. They came in, they drank a lot, they ate a lot, and they gave us no coverage. They just left. And so between the two, the journalist, if they decided to write something, and even if it was good or not, would have a huge reach.
Yeah.
But instead of focusing on the scope and the distribution size, they focused on the quality. They said, okay, you might not be able to reach millions, but you reach hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
And because you have a nicer service, we want to work with you more than we want to work with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long does it take you to finish one blog? If the order is to complete it in a very short time, it's required urgently. So what is the max time you require to complete a blog in a nice way?
This way, it depends basically, because there's usually we complement each other's work as well. So for example, if it takes Farrukh, say, I don't know how it would take, 2 days, 3 days, if it's urgent.
2 to 3 days.
2 to 3 days.
That's urgent.
Yeah, and then because I have my social media platform as well, I will advertise, I will republicize, I will repost what Farrukh has posted. So it's double exposure, and then the client, they will post it. So yes, we do urgent work as well, because as you say, I think times are changing and people don't want to wait a month for a magazine to come out and read what's happening a month later.
Because news become old even in a day.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Time is really forward and fast.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And in fact, so we do work with quite a lot of tourism boards. I've been on 65 plus trips over the past 3 years. Shagufta's been on at least 40 trips with the tourism boards. And they take us out to their destinations to create photos and videos of different things. And I remember having a conversation with I Amsterdam, which is a tourism board promoting Amsterdam, the Amsterdam region. And Shagufta and I were sitting down at dinner in the evening with a group of journalists and their team. And one of the ladies from the team was really proud of their biannual publication. And she said, yeah, we reach about 45,000 people. Every 6 months we have a booklet that goes out and we distribute it and it shares what's happening in Amsterdam. And then afterwards, and I didn't do it in a arrogant way, but I said to her, I took her to the side afterwards and I said, let me just show you something. And I fired up my Facebook page, or the Implausible Blog Facebook page, and I said, you see those 2 photographs? They've already gone out to over 100,000 people. And so that was the pictures I took yesterday. And within 24 hours, we've reached twice the audience you reach in your publication that you spend months working to create.
Thank you. Amazing explanation and amazing interview with both of you. I really enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed it as well, and so are our viewers. But it's time to take permission from our viewers because time is really short. I would like to say special thanks to both of you for making it up for our show. And I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
जी व्यूअर्स, आज हमारे साथ थे डॉक्टर शगुफ्ता अहमद और फारूक यूनुस। उनसे हमने ब्लॉगिंग पे बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग जो है गपशप लगाई। मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। उम्मीद करते हैं आपको भी पसंद आया होगा। टाइम बहुत शॉर्ट है। हमारे आज के सवाल का जवाब देने के लिए हमें बहुत सारे लोगों ने कॉल किया, बहुत शुक्रिया उसका। लेकिन जनाब सही जवाब जिन लोगों ने दिए मैं ज़रूर बताती चलूँ। आप लोगों ने थोड़ा सा शायद उसको मिक्स किया था। मैंने शमशीर खुदा और सैफुल्लाह बोला था कि किस सहाबी का लक़ब है, तो वो कहते हैं हज़रत खालिद बिन वलीद को। तो शेर खुदा हज़रत अली का लक़ब था, तो इससे शायद आप लोगों को थोड़ा मिक्स हुआ। तो सही जवाब हमें साइमा ने एडिनबरा से, नज़ाकत ने बर्मिंघम से और मिसेस मलिक ने ग्लासगो से दिया। बाकी जिन कॉलर्स ने हमें पहली बार फ़ोन किया और साथ दिया शो में हिस्सा बनने के लिए बहुत आपका शुक्रिया। लेकिन हज़रत खालिद बिन वलीद का लक़ब था सैफुल्लाह और शमशीर खुदा। और जनाब इसी के साथ मेरे पास टाइम हो गया आपसे इजाज़त लेने का। बहुत ढेर सारी दुआओं नेक तमन्नाओं के साथ कि इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट वीक आपसे फिर मुलाकात होगी। जब तक आप अपना बहुत सारा ख्याल रखें, हमें अपनी दुआओं में याद रखें और रेसिपी को देखना मत भूलिएगा, उसको एंजॉय कीजिएगा और ट्राई ज़रूर कीजिएगा। आपका वीकेंड बहुत अच्छा गुजरे। मुझे अब इजाज़त दीजिए। अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू।
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आज मैं आपको बनाना सिखाऊंगी अंडे का हलवा और ये इतना मज़ेदार बनता है कि खाने वालों को इसका टेस्ट कलाकंद से मिलता जुलता महसूस होगा। और ये ख़ास आज मैं अपने बड़े भाई मोहम्मद कयूम खान जो कि हांगकांग में रहते हैं उनकी फरमाइश पर बना रही हूँ। तो इसको बनाने के लिए मैं ले रही हूँ अंडे 8 अदद और कंडेंस्ड मिल्क थिक और मीठा वाला 300 मिलीलीटर और क्रीम हाफ कप और ड्राई मिल्क पाउडर हाफ कप, शहद 3 टेबलस्पून भरकर, बादाम का पाउडर 1 टेबलस्पून, इन्हें आप ब्लांच करके छिलके उतारकर पाउडर बना लीजिएगा। और देसी घी 2 टेबलस्पून भरकर और बादाम पिस्ते और किशमिश मिलाकर 3 टेबलस्पून ले लीजिएगा। और सब्ज इलायची का पाउडर हाफ टी स्पून, इलायची के दानों को निकालकर पीस लीजिएगा। और ज़ाफ़रान 1 चुटकी, और ज़ाफ़रान और इलायची डालने से अंडों का जो एक एगी फ्लेवर होता है वो ख़त्म हो जाएगा और बहुत मज़ेदार सा हलवा तैयार होगा। और गार्निशिंग के लिए थोड़े से पिस्ते और बादाम चाहिए होंगे। तो सबसे पहले आप अंडों में सारी चीज़ें डाल लीजिए और फिर विस्क की मदद से अच्छा सा मिक्स कर लीजिए। क्रीम, ड्राई मिल्क पाउडर, शहद, ज़ाफ़रान, इलायची पाउडर, किशमिश, बादाम और पिस्ते, बादाम का पाउडर, देसी घी, और कंडेंस मिल्क। और अब आप इसे विस्क की मदद से अच्छी तरह से मिक्स कर लें। अच्छी तरह मिक्स करने के बाद अब मैं इस सारे मिक्सचर को कढ़ाई में शिफ्ट करके पकाना शुरू करूंगी। और ख्याल रखिएगा कि इसे आप बिल्कुल हल्की आंच पर पकाइएगा और मसलसल चम्मच चलाते रहिएगा ताकि हलवा ना जले और ना नीचे लगे। और इस तरह से आप मसलसल चम्मच चलाते रहिएगा। और जब ये इस तरह से गाढ़ा हो जाए तो आप इसे अच्छी तरह से भून लीजिएगा। अच्छी तरह भूनने के बाद हलवा तैयार है और अब इसे मैं सर्विंग डिश में निकाल लूंगी। और ऊपर आप पिस्ते बादाम डाल दीजिएगा। लीजिए, बहुत मज़ेदार, आसान और जल्दी बन जाने वाला अंडे का हलवा तैयार है। तो ज़रूर बनाइएगा और सर्दी के मौसम में एंजॉय कीजिएगा। और जाने से पहले एक हदीसे पाक शेयर करना चाहूँगी। हदीसे पाक इस तरह से है। हज़रत अबू हुरैरा रज़ी अल्लाह ताला अन्हो से रवायत है कि मैंने रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को फरमाते हुए सुना कि नबूवत के हिस्सों में से सिर्फ मुबशरात यानी खुशखबरी देने वाले बाकी रह गए हैं। सहाबा इकराम ने पूछा, मुबशरात से क्या मुराद है? आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने जवाब में इरशाद फरमाया, अच्छे ख्वाब। सोना हर इंसान की फितरी ज़रूरत है और अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त ने इस अमल को अपनी कुदरत की निशानियों में से बताया है। और इसी के साथ मैं आपसे इजाज़त चाहूँगी। अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिएगा, दुआओं में याद रखिएगा। अल्लाह हाफिज़।